When MF Doom started rapping, he went through a couple of different aliases before finally landing on his iconic metal face persona. Rapping as Victor Vaughn, the villain released the album Vaudeville Villain in 2003. Telling the story of a time-traveling teenage Doom whose time machine leaves him stuck in the past, the beats in this album definitely give the vibe of getting up to some mischief in the early 2000s. So, without further ado, let's dive on into this classic.
You help me?
The title track Vaudeville Villain is such an amazing song. Everything in the instrumental drives each other, and it's like each different sound is competing in a NASCAR race to be the first to the next beat. Being the first song on the album, I like to imagine Doom getting spat out of his time machine right into the middle of a street chase. The loud horn-like tones sounds like the cars whizzing by as the driver weaves through the traffic. With the first actual track on the album being Overture leading into this one with a small skit about how Doom doesn't need any help with his experiments, it's quite a funny contrast to think about. An overconfident young Doom thinking he's the best and smartest in the world, only for his experiment to blow up in his face and leave him stranded. The theme of overconfidence is a big part of this album, and we'll see how Doom goes from cocky to cool by the end of it. This next beat absolutely drips with overconfidence, but about halfway through Lick Upon we get a bit of a change up with the introduction of this groovy sound. I can just see Doom strutting down the street to this beat with his friends and dancing the whole way down. The soft synth in the background gives this beat such a nostalgic feeling. His flow is also pretty choppy in this song, in that a lot of his lines have a longer pause in between them than usual. He does still string together the impressive wordplay he's known for, but he also has a lot of raps that sound like freestyles in this song. In context with the album's story, it's like Doom knows he's way in over his head, but he's still putting in an air of confidence. Open Mic Night Part 1 is up next, and I just love this skit song combo. Sambuca comes out with some pretty silly rhymes, and after catching some strays from the host, and after another couple performances, the song ends and we get back to Doom. I wanted to just quickly mention this interlude because I thought it was not only a little silly, but more importantly because it's cool to see Doom letting other artists use an entire track on his album. After their performance, I like to imagine, story-wise, that Doom walks up and just starts spitting. Open Mic ends and transitions into Radon with some background conversations, and this album is full of these super cool and clean transitions, and I'll always love it. Radon gives me the feeling that Doom is really starting to feel himself during this rhyme, but the beat is so minimal that it feels like the crowd doesn't feel him. It's like his last bit of overconfidence coming out as he realizes he needs to lock in and figure out what his priorities are. I'm 21 and currently have no idea what my priorities are, so I can definitely relate to Doom in this moment. And with another clean-ass transition, my favorite song is now on, gently tickling my ear with its flutters of piano and sweet light bass to take you along. Can I Watch is a beautiful song and a great look into Doom's goofier rhymes. The line, "He talked, I listened, he listened, I spoke, we walked arm in arm and split a cherry coke," is exactly the imagery this song gives me for about 3 minutes. Then Victor makes the devastating mistake of calling his missus a hoe. I find it absolutely hilarious when she says, "If I was there, I'd smack you when you smirk." And you can hear in the background Doom go, "Ooh," like he knows he's about to get a whooping. Ending the song with a couple lines I'd rather leave you, the listener, to hear on your own. It's an incredible look into Doom's goofier rhymes over calmer beats. With the exact opposite tone as my favorite song on the album, Saliva. I know I just said Can I Watch is my favorite, but they're my favorites for different reasons. While Can I Watch is an incredible song to have on for a relaxing night drive and it's my favorite for that, Saliva is perfect to have on while speeding down the highway going 90. Now, while I don't quite drive that fast, going 50 down back roads with the windows down feels much the same with this song on. The beat going back and forth between the most chill-ass classic beat and an in-your-face, cartoon intro-sounding cacophony of music is awesome. I bet Teenage Doom was driving around with his coolest sunglasses on when he got to this point in the album's story. Open Mic Night 2 is when Victor really performs at the open mic, but the other features are some of my favorites. Every feature is a friend of Doom's and you can absolutely tell. Every one of their raps is full of them just having fun and spinning whatever rhymes Doom more than likely ghostwrote for him. I could be wrong about the ghostwriting for this song, and please correct me if I am, I'd be pleased if so, as some of the rhymes in the second feature of this song are pretty good. With Victor's part, they give him a little addition to the beat with a little This may be a niche reference, but it reminds me of the main music for Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. That game is a classic, just like this album. The last song we'll be going over today is Mr. Clean. A much better personification of the character than Young Gravy's, Mr. Clean's beat is, well, clean. It might be the shiniest, most spotless beat of all time. I can literally see metal fingers in my mind at the DJ booth cooking the hell out of this thing. I also like to think that this is where Victor's journey of cocky to chill finally ends, as he's able to ride the beat so well and his rhymes are so creative. He also has tons of small flow changes and vocal stings that really hit the spot. The little It's such a nice touch on the beat and it changes it up so well. All in all, an excellent track to begin closing out the album. After the incredible time-traveling adventure, Victor Vaughn changed his name, emerged on the other side, and released his next album, Pre-Villainy, and there isn't much I could say that hasn't already been said about this magnificent piece of art. I can, however, keep my promise to cover more Mac Miller, as my next video should hopefully be out by the end of the week, and we'll be going over Kids. Thank you all for watching, and remember to like and subscribe on your way out. See ya!